Good day, everyone. I am bringing you guys another pick a pile reading, and today's question is going to be um, about advice on your love life. So, if you've been needing advice on your love life, I decided I would channel some messages for you guys for that. And if this interests you, pick a pile. We've got three piles. Pile number one is going to be the Sun and Moon Tarot. Pile number two is the Wild Unknown Tarot, and then pile number three is the Mystical Manga Tarot. So, one, two, or three. Go ahead and take 3 deep breaths if you are unsure on which pile to pick. 3 really deep breaths, and then let the number come to you. And then let's go ahead and begin with pile number one, which is the Sun and Moon Tarot. And then I'll probably do clarifying cards with the other decks. So, for this pile, we've got King of Wands, Prince of Swords, and 8 of Cups. So I'm getting for you guys right now, let's see here. Advice. Well, with this King of Wands energy, this to me is actually talking about someone specifically. For some of you, this might be a partner with a fire sign placement in their chart. So their sun, rising, moon, or Venus might be in fire placement. So that would be Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. And I'm getting for some of you that you may have this on and off again relationship with this person, because we've got with the 8 of Cups, this is talking about walking away from something that no longer serves you and moving on to something better. So, and Prince of Swords energy. This Prince of Swords energy, yeah, this is talking about, to me, this internal conflict, or this mental conflict. I feel as though with this energy, for some of you guys, this will resonate for some of you. It might not resonate for others, and that is totally okay. It just means the message wasn't specifically for you. But I'm going to try to include as much of the messaging that I'm getting in this reading. So, like I said, for some of you, it sounds like you've had this on and off again relationship, or just this rocky relationship with this very fiery energy in your life. And even if they aren't a fire sign, it's still a very fiery figure that I'm seeing, that I'm feeling. And I feel as though you've had a lot of, it's just, this relationship has been on your mind a lot. It's been really weighing on you mentally, and you're almost, you've been really consumed with it. But there is this deeper part of you that's like, should I walk away from this? Walking away actually sounds like maybe it would be in my best interest, but then there's this other part of you that that's a little fearful of walking away, of maybe this is the right person, I just need to stick it out. But I want to draw some clarity on these cards and see a little bit more. So about this King of Wands energy, let's go ahead and use the Mystical Manga deck. So let's get some clarity around this King of Wands. I hope your day is going really well. I started mine off at like 5:50, just before 6, which was really, really nice. I felt so refreshed, and I've been wanting to, okay. So we got 4 of Swords, and 4 of Swords talks about resting. So it's the sword energy is of the mental realm, and this card specifically is talking about rest. This is talking about taking time for yourself, and I feel as though this King of Wands hasn't allowed you to have that rest. Like this person in your life hasn't allowed you to find that restfulness, that ease of mind. You've been, unfortunately, not really able to focus on your well-being, your mental well-being, your spiritual well-being. And then for some of you, though, I do feel as though you are actually transitioning out of that chaos, and you are recognizing that, hey, I do need to take time for myself. I need to take a step back. I need to focus on myself, and then what's meant for me will come to me. That's what I'm getting for some of you. um, let's go ahead and get some clarity on this Prince of Swords energy. Okay, we've got the Queen of Coins or Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Um, yeah, this actually ties in perfectly with those of you that I was saying, having that mental struggle, that mental conflict. This Queen of Coins in reverse or Queen of Pentacles in reverse is talking about that there's this unsteadiness in your foundation, this lack of groundedness. It's very unstable is what I'm hearing, and oftentimes that is exactly what happens when you're very much in your head. Is like you're no longer grounded, you're no longer sturdy, and just rooted. And so there's been this lack of focus on yourself, on the finer details of things, on your home life, on just like really self-love, self-care. That's it's been compromised, and it's not being put at the forefront, which it always should be, because guess what? If you aren't taking care of yourself first, your relationship will never be wonderful. It will never be great. It's always going to feel like a struggle. But when you take care of yourself first, you teach your partner to do the same for themselves, and then the two of you together are extremely powerful. And you recognize that it's not my responsibility to take care of you, and it's not your responsibility to take care of me. We aren't each other's parents. I can care for myself. I'm independent, and if the rug ever gets swept out from under me, I'm going to be totally okay because I have myself. So let's go ahead and get some clarity on this Eight of Cups, this walking away energy, this leaving something behind energy. And with the Cups energy too, this is talking about relationships. This is about emotion, connection, and you're walking away from a connection. That's what I'm getting, or you're contemplating walking away from this connection. Oh, wow. How beautiful. Okay, yeah. So you got the Ten of Cups. So definitely this is all about connection. Ten of Cups is actually the happy ending card. And so with this Eight of Cups and this Ten of Cups as a clarifying, I'm getting that if you decide to walk away, and walking away doesn't necessarily mean like, it doesn't mean like break up with someone if you're in a relationship with them. It doesn't mean cutting them out of your life. It means doing what's best for you and letting go of your attachment to the outcome of this relationship. Let go of that attachment, release that, so that you can focus on yourself, and what's meant for you will always come back to you. And if that doesn't come back to you, it wasn't meant for you. And guess what that means? You're going to attract something even better. This happy ending card. I don't know if I showed you the picture of any of these cards. I'm sorry, I will go back and do that. But this happy ending, and look at it, it's like a couple, children, this is like the very happy family kind of ending. It's just an abundance in that emotional connection, in family connection, in relationship. So walk away from this, and when you walk away, this is that Eight of Cups that we got that clarification on. You're walking away toward this, toward a brighter future, but it starts with walking away for yourself and focusing on yourself. And then just to go back, because I know I didn't show the cards, this was that King of Wands energy, and then the clarifying card, the Four of Swords, and this was that Prince of Swords and the Queen of Coins or Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, for group number one, like I said, this might not resonate with all of you, but for those of you that did tune in for the energy that I am picking up for you guys, as far as this relationship goes, or this person that's been on your mind, that has been consuming your thoughts, or this relationship that's been consuming your thoughts, you need to take a step back. You need to breathe. You need to walk away from what you want the outcome to be, and just surrender. Completely surrender, and then you're gonna have this happy ending. You're gonna have everything that you want come to you. But it requires you to surrender. Stop holding on to it. The more you hold on to something, the more you cling to it for dear life, guess what you're actually doing? You're pushing it away from yourself, okay? What's meant for you will always come to you. Always, okay? So surrender. Trust the process. That's what I'm getting for group number 1. I'm going to leave it there. It's pretty short. I'm not getting called to go even further in depth. I think that was a pretty sweet message, and I know it's probably going to resonate just for a small group of you guys, but that's all right. I'm just trying to reach out to someone. Let's get a nice little message from the universe. Has your back deck. Cool. Ooh, this is beautiful. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. How beautiful is that? Okay, that's so beautiful. This is the card for those of you. And yellow is like one of my favorite colors. Yellow is all about self-empowerment. This is about owning your power. That's what this color stands for. That's that solar plexus chakra, that power, empowered energy chakra. So, empower yourself, believe in yourself. You've got this. You are a light. You are worthy of everything that you desire. Don't settle, don't cling, surrender, trust the process, trust in yourself, and you're going to manifest everything you want. You're going to manifest the relationship of your dreams, but the relationship of your dreams starts with yourself, okay? As within, so without. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I hope this reading resonated for you, and I'm going to go ahead and move on to group number 2, okay? All right, group number 2, we've got the Wild Unknown Tarot. I did see one of the cards when I was shuffling. So you got the Strength card, which I love the Strength card in this deck. It has a Leo on it, a lion. Strength card, Justice, and then the 3 of Wands. Ooh, okay. So we've got some very interesting energy here. Okay, group number 2. What I'm getting here is that for some of you that I'm tapping into right now, you guys have been through a lot, and you've cultivated a very or you are beginning to cultivate this very strong sense of inner strength. Like, you are really beginning to recognize how powerful you are and how resilient you've become due to your challenges in the past. And since this is a love reading, this is actually even due to your relationship challenges. And so I get that you're really stepping into your power right now. And then with this Justice card, this talks about balance. This talks about what you have done will come back to you, and that what others have done to you will come back to them. What you do unto others will be done unto you. So with this Justice, I'm hearing that maybe those that have, wronged you in the past, or weren't healthy relationships for you, treated you poorly, they are getting theirs, and you're kind of recognizing that universal law, that how you treat others is what you're going to magnetize toward yourself. And I think that recognition, or I feel that recognition with this 3 of Wands, this talks about a portal being open. This is like a new opening in your life. With that recognition, you're actually stepping into a new phase in your life where you're really magnetizing all of this potent loving energy. It's because everything that has happened to you has been or everything that you've gone through. I don't want to say happened to you, because accountability, but everything that you've gone through has taught you more balance, and therefore you've also learned how to treat other people around you a lot better. So I want to get some clarifying cards on these, because I find this very interesting, and I want to know if there's like a little bit more meat to dig into. So let's meat. I'm like vegan, so but you know what I'm saying. Okay. Actually, I should say I'm vegetarian. I I occasionally have slip ups, and I've eaten things that have had dairy or eggs. I haven't had meat in over a year, but I gotta be honest. Sometimes my grandma bakes like these really good cookies, and they've got stuff in there that I don't usually eat, but I really, don't want to say no to the cookies. So, at least I'm honest. All right, let's get some clarity on this strength card. Some clarity on this strength card. Okay, yeah. This is you really stepping into your power right now. That's what you got, the Princess of Wands. This is a really empowered energy. This is, look at her stance, and look how she's just reaching up to the heavens. What a, it's like a Sailor Moon pose. That's what it reminds me of. But, Sailor Moon was a bad bitch, right? So, this, you've really stepped into that, that empowered energy. Like, you are really, stepping into your own, which means you're calling in relationships, platonic and romantic, that are going to be like next level, because you're next level. Let's get some clarifying cards. Oh, that one popped right out. Is this supposed to be in reverse? Yes, it is. Okay, so we got the Four of Swords, which the last group just had that, from the other deck. Four of Swords talks about being at rest, but with it being in reverse, it's the opposite of that. I'm getting with this Justice card. I think for a long time, for some of you, you were very kind of uneasy, or I don't know if uneasy is the word. You were just filled with a lot of resentment for some of these past relationships, some of these people in your past relationships, because of the fact that you felt as though what they had done to you was so wrong, and you didn't really see them suffering like you did. You didn't see, like, especially maybe when these relationships ended, it didn't seem as though they were suffering like you. Like you were going through, they weren't going through the same heartbreak, or it really didn't even mean that much, So I'm kind of even getting like some of you have really had some toxic relationships for a while, or a really toxic relationship. And so when you were finally released from this relationship, for some of you actually did find the strength to walk away. You still held on to a little bit of animosity over the fact that it didn't seem to have impacted them the way it impacted you. And so now, though, I feel as though you are releasing that, and you are realizing that because you're becoming more empowered and more, I guess, aware, of your power, you're able to look at them and understand that actually it did affect them, and that it affected them in the way, like, for some of them, like, look at their life. They really haven't improved as much. They're still calling in bad relationships. They still haven't moved forward that much, and they haven't grown that much. And I believe that is the worst thing. That when you look at someone that maybe in your past did you wrong, and for a while you really held on to that because of how badly it hurt you, but then you get to a point in your life where all that hurt really shaped you and made you a much better person, and you're able to look back at them or see how they're doing, and they're still in the same position, you realize like that's their karma right there, is being stuck in that low energy, that low vibration, and that is suffering. And that's they essentially got that karma. They're getting that karma right there by staying stuck. That is the worst thing that can happen to you, is being stuck in this constant loop where you're never growing. That's suffering. And that, I don't wish that upon anyone. I don't recommend wishing that upon anyone. I do believe, people will hopefully learn and get better. You want people to get better so the world gets better. But you also want people to get what's coming toward them, and they always do. That's just the way the universe works. They will always get what's coming to them. Like what they put out is coming right back to them because energy is always moving. And so I do feel for a lot of you that you have made peace, you've made amends within yourself, you've recognized that you have become such a better person because of your past experiences, and you are hopefully learning to wish them well and hopefully growth. It doesn't mean you have to ever accept them back into your life. It doesn't mean you have to forget what happened. It just means you have to let go. And I do want to. I feel called to share this too because this is a really powerful thing to do, and it's not the easiest thing to do. But forgiveness is so important for you. It's important for you to be able to properly move on, to properly release, to properly let go. Forgive doesn't mean to forget. It just means that you are doing something that will give you the peace you need to continue being the best person you can be. That's what forgiveness does. It's not even so much about the other person. It's for you. It's to find this peace within yourself, because don't you deserve that? Yes, you do. If you were saying no, you do. Okay? You deserve that peace, but you have to step into that energy of forgiveness, and it's not easy, and it might require some crying. Something I like to do when I have really felt wronged by someone, but no, I don't want to hold on to that, is I'll write a letter, and it doesn't even, oftentimes it's not even a letter I send them, it's just something in my journal. I write out exactly how I felt, but I write out how I felt without necessarily attacking them or blaming them. I just write out how this relationship made me feel, and then I also thank them for how much I've grown because of that suffering, that pain, and then I wish them the best, And then if you want to make a little ritual out of it, you could rip that page out and then burn it. That's a great way of letting go. Let the tears flow. Like, really, I'm hearing for you guys, like, this is, for some of you out there watching this pile, like, this will be so healing for you, is having a little ritual where you fully forgive and let go. And guess what that's going to do for you? Bring those scales into balance for you, and you deserve that. That's what you need in your life. So this portal can get even bigger and offer you everything that you want, the love, the peace, the abundance. Like, that's what this is opening up for you. But you do have to still release some energies. You still have to be more at peace in your life. So let's get some clarity on this portal. Let's get some clarity on this. 3 of Wands. What a pretty card, too. 2 major arcana cards. Like, you guys are definitely going through a big shift in your life right now. Again, very different energy from group 1. I love when the energies are so different. A lot of times they have corresponding messages or underlying messages, but that's just because we're a collective. Yes. What was I saying about abundance? This portal is opening up for abundance. Ace of Cups. This is about, like, emotional and relationship abundance. Like, this is about love. This is about your cup being filled up to the brim. And look at that heart there. This is your cup being full, filled, and being so full that it can pour into others. So really, group 2, those of you that are watching this and that this is resonating with, find that inner peace. Let go. Do something to let go of what's happened to you in the past so you can welcome in the new. You can welcome in that relationship of your dreams. You can welcome in just so much goodness, so much juiciness, okay? This is, again, a beautiful new chapter of your life, and I'm really excited for you guys out there that this resonates with, because you're starting something new. You just have a few more strings to cut off, a few more things to release, and then you'll be on your way, okay? I hope this message resonated with you guys. Let me go ahead and draw a cute little card from the Universe Has Your Back deck, and then I'll move on to group number 3. Keep the messages pretty short today. Yeah, I'm just finding that when eventually I do plan on, like, as this grows, gets more traction, income starts coming in more steadily, I will, get a proper setup, and a camera that has like more storage. I should be getting a laptop today, so there are going to be some improvements, and then I'll go more in depth on readings with more piles and things like that and different tarot decks, but got to start somewhere. All right, so let's draw a card from this. What is your little message from the universe? What does the universe want you to be left with today? Oop, there we go. The more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. And fearless, this lion right here, this is you. This is your energy. This is what you're coming into. And I love that he's holding the rose here, because fearlessness and gentleness actually go hand in hand. There's something so fearless about being gentle, about being tender. There's a lot of strength in that, actually. A lot of strength in that. And people undermine that. Like, being soft, being able to forgive, being able to love, in the face of hate, in the face of wrongdoing, in the face of injustice, being able to love, that is the greatest strength of all. It's a lot easier to say, I effing hate you for, what you did to me, or I effing hate you because of this. It's so much easier to harbor those types of feelings than it is to say, I understand that this is not personal, this is not a reflection of me, this is actually a reflection of you, and rather than wish you more suffering, I wish you love, so that you can move out of that cycle and you can become the best person you can be, so you could stop hurting yourself. There you go. So this is your card, your little message. I hope this really resonated with you guys. This was a really beautiful reading. You guys are really moving forward and growing so beautifully. Keep it up. Keep believing in yourself. You've got this. You've got what it takes to be the best person you can be, okay? Thank you for checking in. Let's move on to group number 3. Okay. We've got this, the 8 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. Interesting. Okay, so right off the bat, for some of you, I am getting, because this 8 of Pentacles, to me, is giving off a very studious, working energy. And with this, paired with this 3 of Swords, I feel as though I'm tapping into the energy of some of you who have maybe been prioritizing your work life ahead of your love life. Like, it's been more at the forefront than necessary. And as for some of you, I'm also getting that perhaps you've actually been struggling to focus on your work because of your love life. So I'm getting 2 energies here. They're, this is, granted, I'm picking up on energies from different people that are tuning into this reading, or going to be. And so for some of you, this is definitely about, prioritizing work life, and then it's creating this conflict right here. And this is like a conflict of the heart and the mind. This is being 2 in your thoughts. This is also talking about like a third-party situation. And that third-party situation I'm getting is not actually a person so much as it is a priority that you're putting above love. And it's manifesting in your relationship with your partner or other people, but it's actually stemming from your lack of focus on yourself. It's like you're too invested on making money. You're too invested in um, paying bills, and maybe working your way up in this job or just getting as many hours as you can. You're so invested in that you're not focused on love. And this doesn't mean like focusing on your relationship with another person. It means focusing on your relationship with yourself. And did you come to this planet just to work a 9 to 5 job for 50 something years, retire, and then, call it that? I'm sure you didn't. On some deeper level, you recognize, no, I did not come here for that. Like, what a lame. I don't. That's kind of hard, but that harsh. But that's a lame life. Like that's not. No one came here for that. And for those people that did get washed away in that current and never got out, I feel for them because that is like that's to me such a silent type of suffering, and you don't want to be caught in that. You don't want to like work your life away and get to the end of it and see, what do I have to show for my life? Like, where was the love? Where were the great memories? Where were the trips that I could have done? Here I am on my deathbed and I've got nothing to show for it, but maybe some nice coins in my bank account, which doesn't go with me wherever I'm going afterwards. Like these nice fancy possessions I got don't come with me. Like what do they even mean? They don't give me fulfillment. They just, what do they have to show? So, and then with this Ace of Swords, this talks about mental clarity. So I actually feel as though you're going to be handed this, or you might have already been handed this realization that maybe this part of your life has been too much at the forefront, and it's really hindering other aspects. It's keeping you from being really well-rounded, really abundant in all aspects of your life. Being wealthy, like truly wealthy, isn't about just having a lot of money or a lot of property or a lot of like material um, objects, things. It's about also having amazing relationships, having amazing connections, having sincerity, having time for yourself, like connecting with yourself, taking care of yourself, doing the things that really make you feel passionate and sometimes even relaxed. Sometimes, as good as it is to act on our passions, we also have to refuel ourselves, meaning we have to take a breather. It's not all about fast-paced energy. It's not about do. It's like take a step back every once in a while, take a nice long bath, read, take some downtime where your mind can slow down and have something to focus on, so then you're able to receive more clarity and more ideas on what it is you need to do next or how to better the work that you're doing, So I want to draw some clarity cards around each of these and see what else Spirit has for you. But so far, all three of these readings have been very, very different. And I love that. I love that so much. Ooh, okay. Ooh, so we got the King of Swords. Yep. Oh, yep. This is exactly what I was saying. So yeah, as you know what? Okay, something else just came in though too for some of you that might be tuning into this. With this King of Swords that just came in, this could represent either your energy, which is again about that. It's about logic. It's about getting things done. Forward movement. He's a great businessman, like a great business energy. Because like if you're a woman tuning into this as well, this is just referring to you, the masculine energy in you, that business savvy part of you. So great with business, great with logic, practicality, but not necessarily. And he's very fair, but he's not necessarily like emotionally intuitive, like, say the King of Cups. So I'm getting for I'm sticking to the channeling that I'm getting for some of you that I originally said, but I'm also getting that maybe for some of you, perhaps this is your partner that has been very focused on this, but usually your partner is just a reflection of you, or ooh, okay, something else is coming in right now. What I'm also getting is that perhaps this is your partner that is actually in this King of Swords energy, and he or she is just really focused on work, 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 work. They don't really make a lot of time for themselves. They don't make a lot of time for you, and it's causing this conflict. This painful situation where these two swords represent the two of you, and this sword down the middle that's dividing the two represents the job, or the business, what's distracting him from being present in the relationship, or distracting her from being present in the relationship. And it's really causing a lot of grief for you, and you are conflicted on what to do. So you don't really know, like, should I stay in this longer, or should I try to communicate better with him? Let's get some clarity around this card so I just know a little bit more about that energy, okay? Ooh, okay. So, yes, we've got, okay, we got the Fool in reverse. I don't know if I showed you the Father of Swords. This is the King of Swords card. And then this is the Fool card, but it was in reverse. The Fool represents the start of a journey. What I'm getting here is, for those of you that are actually in the situation where it's your partner that's really just like a workaholic, you're afraid to leave because you are not ready to start over. You don't feel like you're ready to start over. You're not prepared for a whole new beginning. And that's what's keeping you in place. That's what's kind of keeping you silently suffering, like putting your needs on the back burner and saying, I'll just bite the bullet and deal with this because that's better than what the unknown might have in store for me, which the unknown is never something to be scared of, because the unknown will guarantee you something better than what you already have when you choose yourself first. But yeah, I'm getting for some of you, or for those of you that are the workaholic in this relationship, that it's not your partner, or it's not your relationships around you. It's just you that's so consumed with working. I'm getting that you are almost afraid to let go of that, or to take a step back from that, because again, you're afraid of this new journey of what the unknown has in store. That not knowing is not something the mind likes, which makes perfect sense for this King of Swords energy. I mean, the King of Swords doesn't like to be surprised. The King of Swords is all about planning ahead and knowing, like, being able to outline everything, structure everything. So surprises from the unknown aren't really welcome. It's like, I don't have time for that. Like, I can't calculate that. If I can't calculate it, if I can't give it reason, then I don't have space for it in my life. If there's no logical explanation to it, then no thank you. That's what I'm getting for some of you guys or your partners. It's too much in that mental energy, because you've got 3 sword cards too, so there's a lot of like mental turmoil going on. You're too much in your headspace. You're too much in that masculine energy, too much action, too much thought, and it's really creating this imbalance in your love life. And again, this doesn't necessarily even mean with your with a partner. This just means your love connection to yourself. You did not come here just to work, 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 work. That's what I'm hearing. That's not what you came here to do. At least Rihanna makes it sound a little good, though. It makes it sound fun, so I could understand the appeal if that's what you got playing in your head while you're at work. Don't get caught though. Don't get tripped up by it. Ooh, and then we've got Four of Cups in reverse. And for the clarity on the Ace of Swords. Okay. Oh, this is actually beautiful. Okay, so that Ace of Swords that I was telling you about, this is actually about, so aces always represent a new beginning or a gift, and this Ace of Swords in specific talks about this mental clarity you're going to get around the situation. And with the Four of Cups in reverse, Four of Cups usually talks about being discontent with what you have. It's like, when anything's presented to you, whatever. And I think, no, I feel with this Ace of Swords, you are going to receive the insight that I have been in this energy of discontent for so long, and I don't want to be in that any longer. I'm still not I'm not fulfilled. I'm working so much that I'm distracting myself from the bigger picture, and I'm not actually focusing on the aspects of myself that really need attention. But that clarity is actually coming to you, and that's probably why you were guided to this video today, why you were guided to this group in specific, is because that is something that's been actually active in your mind. You've been feeling a little unsettled, you've been feeling like something's lacking, and it's this love connection. That's what's been lacking. So I'm not advising you to go, for those of you that are single, I'm not advising go out and look for someone. I'm advising you to focus on yourself, love yourself, date yourself, treat yourself, but not even in the material kind of way. Treat yourself, and I'm going to take some time, maybe have a really nice bubble bath, and I'm going to light some candles and play some really nice music, maybe a glass of wine, or sit down and read underneath a really comfortable blanket, or I'm going to watch a really cute movie, uplifting movie, and eat some soup, something that just really feeds your soul. Will start to establish that love connection that you need, and then your life is going to be so much more well-rounded. You've already got the work side figured out. You're capable of that action, that working energy. You're good there. Now it's time to focus on me. Focus not on me. Don't focus on me. Focus on yourself. It's time to focus on you, and really plant those seeds of love so that this rich garden can grow within you, and you can have everything that you want on all levels, the full picture. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for group number 3. I really hope that resonated. I'm going to go ahead and draw a card from the Universe Has Your Back deck to see what it has in store for you, or what message it wants to give you. You know what, I was just about to shuffle it, but this card calls to me because you already have an owl, Father of Swords. And the card says, I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness, excuse me. I love that. Consciousness is not the same thing as thought, okay? Thought and consciousness are not the same thing. Consciousness is what's going on behind the thought. It's the observation behind the thought. It's your awareness that you are having thoughts. That's what consciousness is. That is what you actually are. This body and this mind is just a vessel that you're in to navigate life through. But you are the consciousness that's driving it, and doing whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness requires you to love yourself and recognize who you truly are, okay? It's about just expansion, okay? So I really hope that resonated with you guys, group number 3. Definitely leave me comments below letting me know if these messages resonated, because it really helps me out. I love hearing your stories or your messages. If you have any stories that you want to specifically share, please leave it in the comments below. I would absolutely adore it. I read all of them, especially with this channel starting out. I have nothing better to do than go through and read those comments, and they put such a big smile on my face. So please leave those below, hit the like button, share the video if you feel like it might resonate with someone else, and if you're looking for a private reading, feel free to hit me up. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope you take care. Thank you for tuning in, and I will talk to you soon. I'm sure there will be another video relatively soon. Take care, guys.